Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 2, show number 1 of K.O.W. This week we have a huge match starting off our show, sort of a rematch from last week's show number 1. This time, hopefully, will end without controversy. Last week, Keshawn Jaso took on one half of the tag team champions Caleb Peck, and it was Nick Kave who would come in and interfere with the tag team match, getting Caleb disqualified. So, Jaylon has asked for the opportunity to get revenge for his partner. So tonight, he will take on Nick Kave in a one-on-one match with their respective partners at ringside. And not to mention, we have tonight another women's tag team extravaganza match, and next show on Sunday, Kayla May will be defending her women's heavyweight championship against Kentt in our last show before KOW's first ever pay-per-view Reign of Kings. And here come the Neon Knights. Of course, last week Nick took the match into his own hands, costing Caleb this match, but tonight I think Nick's got this and has something to prove. Because tonight, we're about to find out which team is better than the other. Because, really, a win here for Nick Cave would make both teams have one win over the other. Technically, Keshawn did win by disqualification last week. And so here we go. Nick Cave, Jaylon Graves. One-on-one, and here we go. Jaylon takes the momentum early with a big implant DDT. And now it's interesting to see what Jaylon's looking to do. Oh, Nick with the big counter. And Jaylon fires back. Oh, big knee. Now it's going to be interesting to see exactly how Caleb will respond after what Nick did last week in his match. Tosses him outside, only to bring him right back in. Oh, big splash on the back, and it looks like Nick is going to have some pretty big problems. Nick counters, but Jaylon counters right back, and Nick counters again. And Jaylon not looking to fight Nick, but maybe so. Sends him into the steps. Just punishing Nick. Again, Jaylon wants revenge after Nick cost Keshawn his match. Oh, big punches. Big punches. Just leaving Nick in a heap. And now Jaylon gets back in the ring. But what's Keshawn doing? Perhaps. Something big from Jaylon. And he hits it, but didn't get all of it. As the ref starts his count back up once more. Oh, sends Nick into the ring. Picks him up. Oh, nope. Nick counters with a big back body drop. Big back body drop. Ref count is up to 6. And Nick gets Jaylon up. And then Jaylon counters, putting Nick back in the ring. Finally, the action gets back in the ring. Oh, Nick counters. But Jaylon responds back. Oh. Back and forth action between Nick and Jaylon. As both guys looking to beat the living shit out of each other, just like Nick does, with a bunch of punches to the face before dropping another one down. Oh, just continuous punishment to the head. Oh, and like that, Jaylon is busted open. This could get very brutal tonight as both guys... Oh. And now Jaylon gets Nick up. Sends him to the corner. Oh, nope. Another counter from Nick. Back and forth. These two know each other so well. First starting off in the tag tournament, and now these matches have been, have really been something. Jaylon sending Nick into the corner. Uh-oh. Jaylon perhaps got something big going. Oh, big stomp. What's Jaylon looking for? Oh, smashing Nick's head in the corner. And now perhaps Jaylon needs to capitalize. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. As Keshawn looks on. Oh, big super kick. Laying out Nick. Goes for the pin off the super kick. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. This match is not in Nick's favor at the moment. And now Jaylon getting pumped up. Perhaps believes that the end is nigh. And a hard Irish whip into the corner. And a big side Russian leg sweep. Goes for the pin off the Russian leg sweep. But it's a rope break. Jaylon not paying attention. Perhaps would have known. Oh, and Nick shuts down whatever Jaylon had in mind. Perhaps going for something big here. Oh, big elbow to the chest. Goes for the pin off the elbow. 1, 2. Kick out for Jaylon. And then now Nick going right back to the same place he started. The head of Jaylon. Both of these teams strong disliking for each other. Oh, big spinning heel kick. And now sends him into the corner. Oh, big elbow in the corner. Goes for the pin off the elbow in the corner right in front of K.O.W. to make him watch. Only a 1 count. Picks up Nick. Goes for the roll-up. Rope break on the roll-up. And now he takes Nick. Goes for the neck breaker. Nick gets out of it. Uh-oh. Oh, big spinning neck breaker from Nick Cave. Now pulls him away from the ropes, perhaps to go for the pin. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, big wheelbarrow neck breaker. Perhaps he'll get the win off the wheelbarrow neck breaker. But no, Keshawn distracting the ref. No pin being counted. Thankfully for Jaylon. Oh, more work on the head. Now he picks up Jaylon. Oh, and Jaylon counters, but he's exhausted. And now Nick knows he has the advantage and has to work on it. Oh, just choking him on the ropes. No respect. Oh. And now Keshawn coming in. Oh no, perhaps it's time for a little revenge after what happened last week. Oh, big elbow. Big elbow by Keshawn. Uh-oh. Keshawn's gonna get some revenge, it looks like. He does. And that's it. And now Keshawn making a statement. But Nick is on top of Jaylon. He doesn't care, and he makes it off the big senton, making a statement. But after all, Nick and Caleb win off of the disqualification. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our second match of the evening. It is the next match in the A block of the women's tag team extravaganza to determine the second team to compete for the women's tag team titles. First of all, the number one contender for the women's title, the woman who will get her title match Sunday, Sam Kentt, teaming up with Samantha Koach, or not Samantha Koach, but Rebecca Monroe, rather, to take on Hailey J and Sam Koach. One of these two teams will get their first points on the board tonight. Whether it will be Sam Kentt and her partner Rebecca Monroe, well, we don't know, but we'll have to see what happens moving forward. And here comes her tag team partner, speaking of the devil now, Rebecca Monroe. Had a good showing in the women's championship ladder match. And in the tag team tournament, she and her partner fell short, and now she comes out now looking for the second chance at the tag titles, get some gold around her waist. Of course, she is not as lucky as Sam Kentt, who gets the women's title match on Sunday. However, this, regardless of whether she and Sam win or lose tonight, could go a long way towards making a case for her to get to that women's title scene. And so, everything is on the line tonight. Of course, any of these teams not winning the first A block match doesn't really mean anything, considering there are 7 matches in total for each team, 7 blocks, of course. The first match, losing the first match is not the end of the world for any of these teams. Of course, it's awfully good to start off strong with 2 points on the board. However, any team can come back from a first round loss. And now Hailey J makes her way to the ring, looking to make a statement. Of course, Hailey J, part of the second wave of female talent signed to the roster, of course. She was not a part of the women's roster prior to the women's championship ladder match, and now she is part. And so, same case as Rebecca Monroe. A good showing in the tag team extravaganza could go a long way towards perhaps getting that shot at the women's title. And same can be said for really any of these women in the tag team tournament, of course. And I am hearing now some big news coming out of the match we just witnessed. Of course, Nick Kave and Jaylon Graves went head-to-head, and Keshawn, Jaso getting a little bit of revenge on Nick after he ruined his match last week. Just announced by General Manager Sherman that at Reign of Kings, K.O.W's first ever pay-per-view that will be happening Wednesday, November 29th, there will be a tag team title match. The Neon Knights will defend their tag team titles against the Sages of Savagery in a tornado tag team elimination match, or a normal tag team match. The Sages of Savagery have been given the choice as to which they will prefer, and we will find out on Sunday what their decision is moving forward. But now let's focus on this women's tag team action. Sam Kentt, the number one contender, and her partner look to get the first points on the board. And here we go. Big kick. Big kick on Hailey J out the gate. Stomps. Stomps. Goes for an early roll-up pin. Not even a 1 count. Flips it. Oh, and a big kick out. Just goes to show how much these these women want to prove that they should be the next contending tag team for the tag team titles. Oh, Hailey J counters a suplex and delivers a suplex of her own. Oh, big kick to the back of the neck. And now Sam just taking some punishment from Hailey. Oh. Hailey, of course, a big fan favorite. Oh, big splash on the number one contender. Of course, if the number one contender gets pinned in this tag team tournament, we could very well see a case for whoever does pin the number one contender to say, hey, I'm better than the number one contender. I deserve a shot at the title. Of course, K.O.W last week did do that, but now perhaps Hailey J also looking to do the same. Oh. And now Sam finally getting on the ball. And Sam sends her into her corner. But Hailey counters. Now Hailey sending her into her own corner. Good tag team wrestling from Hailey. Oh, but Hailey misses the big Bronco Buster. Sam now picks up Hailey. Of course, many fans really liking Hailey. Perhaps wants her to win this tag team tournament. Just to see a little gold around her waist, perhaps. And now Sam tags in Rebecca. Perhaps not a bad idea. Number one contender needs a little bit of time. Doesn't want to take a beating before her women's championship match coming up. Oh, beautiful tag team work with her and Rebecca. Oh. Oh, big face buster. And now picks her up. And Sam counters, throwing her out of the ring. Oh, big punch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big side slam on the hardest part of the ring. And Sam. Now look at that. Sam, of course, a little bit confident here, but perhaps not totally confident after losing to K.O.W last week in the match she practically asked for. Uh-oh, Sam starting to rally. Uh-oh, Sam's really starting to rally. Puts Hailey down. Goes for the pin off the rally. One. Only a one count for the number one contender. Oh, big kick to the back. And of course, oh, fast strikes. Another big kick. Another kick. Oh, big kick to the gut. And now, of course, perhaps she'll follow up with the thing she needs to end it. Picks her up. Oh, big GTS. Goes for the pin off the GTS. 1, 2, and Sam Koach saves it for her teammate and her partner. And now Sam perhaps tags in her partner Rebecca. There's some smart strategy for these two. Frequent tags, whereas Hailey J has failed to tag in her partner at all. Oh, back and forth between Hailey J and Rebecca Monroe. Oh, somehow these two, first time clashing ever, know each other so well. Oh, big scorpion death drop, goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, the number one contender and her partner win the match, and they will advance, getting their first 2 points in the tag team extravaganza, now joining the likes of many others such as Bad and Backwoods the team of Brittany Riggs and Breland Dubbin, Aaron Cassidy and Morgan Shea, they now are on the board as they head into their next match in the B block competition. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event match. A huge match, just days away from his world title defense, Dylan Styles. Tonight, our main event takes on this man. A man who feels he's been overlooked, has only had a match in the Infinite title battle royal to crown the inaugural champion. And so tonight, he hopes to open up some eyes and perhaps get a little attention, taking on the world champ just days before the world champ's steel cage match at K.O.W's first pay-per-view, Reign of Kings. Of course, that's right, it's Ethan Scade. So, big match tonight. Of course, last week, it was Trey Dexon who took on not one but two men in a handicap match. Of course, he was disqualified, but he beat down Austin Torque with a sledgehammer to prove a point to Dylan Styles. And now it is Dylan Styles' turn to showcase a little bit of what he's got going into Wednesday's pay-per-view. Of course, for that pay-per-view, you're going to want to join us on YouTube for the kickoff show, which will host, or boast, rather, the last of A-Block competition for the Women's Tag Team Extravaganza, as two women's tag teams clash head-to-head for the last of the first points in the tournament. And of course, also on the kickoff show, the Infinite title match, which has just been announced. David Reich will defend his Infinite title against the man who attacked him last week, but didn't really succeed in that attack, Adam Mays, at Reign of Kings. That kickoff show, of course, will be on YouTube before the main show on Twitch. So, be sure to tune in for all of the action on Wednesday. And of course, tonight we had announced that the Neon Knights will defend their tag team titles against the Sages of Savagery in either a tornado tag elimination match or a normal match. And of course, the main event for Reign of Kings, this man, Dylan Styles, the K.O.W. heavyweight champion, defends his title in a steel cage against Trey Dexon, the monster and the beast, as the Beast Slayer, Dylan Styles, takes on Trey Dexon in a steel cage. And so, tonight, Dylan Styles, of course, confident and ready as always, takes on Ethan Scade, his first match since the tag team tournament for the tag titles. Of course, him and David Bowe forming the Gentlemen. And then, of course, they were knocked off by Caleb Peck and Nick Kave in the Neon Knights for the tag titles. Here we go. And, of course, out the gate, Dylan Styles. Big suplex. And then, of course, Dylan Styles is going to be looking for a quick pin, perhaps. But, of course, he doesn't even get a one count. Another quick pin attempt. Only a one. Now, of course, on the steel cage match, it will be another quick pin from Dylan Styles. It will not have escape. You will only win by pinfall and submission inside the cage because of course Trey Dexon just wants to beat the living hell out of the world champion. And Dylan Styles is not just going to run from Trey Dexon. Now Dylan Styles breaks out of that hold from Ethan Scade. Big power slam. Picks up Ethan. Sends him into the corner. Oh, big corner clothesline. Goes for the pin off the corner clothesline. 1. And a kick out for Ethan Scade. And now Dylan picking up Ethan Scade. Perhaps looking to do some damage, but Ethan counters. Oh, into a big inverted DDT. Oh, big punch to the face to the world champ. And Ethan Scade putting down the world champ just like that. And already, Ethan's starting to take control of the world champ. Here we go. What's Ethan got planned? Dylan counters. Follows it up with another one. Oh, big swinging neck breaker. And Ethan, perhaps with a big win tonight, could make a case for taking on the world champion next, whoever that may be, whether it is Trey Dexon or Dylan Styles after Wednesday's pay-per-view. And Dylan Styles perhaps making a mistake going up to the top. He's going to pay for it, goes up to the top rope, goes for the big double axe handle, gets countered into a, oh, big backbreaker. Already this action goes back and forth. Oh. And of course, now Dylan Styles looking for something big. Oh, big inverted face buster. Gets him up. But Ethan takes advantage real quick. Rolls him up. No, he doesn't go for the pin off the big move. Here we go. Oh, Dylan gets a big counter. But Ethan counters back. And now both of these men just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And Ethan pulling Dylan away from the ropes. Goes for the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Oh. And he rolls out of the ring. Perhaps Dylan playing some mind games outside the ring. Oh, what's this? Another inverted one, but puts him on the rope. Uh-oh, Dylan's calling for it. He's calling for it. It's the Kingslayer! Kingslayer! Bust him open. 1, 2, 3. Dylan Styles takes the momentum going into his big steel cage match at Reign of Kings. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. This has been K.O.W. I am Jay Jensen, your commentator for the night, and I will see you Sunday for show number 2 of week 2 of K.O.W., where we have a huge main event. The women's title is on the line as Sam Kentt takes on the women's champion, Kayla May. Until next time, we will see you later.